Alright, we cleared security, now heading to F17 for the flight to Singapore TK54 Longsham. This is Istanbul. F1 to F19 now. Okay, it's F17. Oh dear. Our gate will be at F17, so you'll be right at the end. So this airport is big, so you just head to the gate early and be prepared for plenty of walking, which is good for your step count before you start to play for many hours. Turkish Airlines, Istanbul Airport. So we made it to the gate of the connecting flight TK54, gate F17. Yay! Yay! Waiting to board at gate F17 for TK54 to Singapore. We're still getting ready. Alright, let's go, let's go. This is the business class 232. Ha ha ha. And we are heading to the back of the plane today. Let's go. Today we sit at the back of the plane, a two-seater, 51A and B, third last row. Yes, two and not the three-seater. Two. Yay. Take note, 51AB seat is a bit more narrow because the plane curves in. Seats 51 AB. Nobody beside me. Nobody beside me. Yeah. Nobody beside me. Yippee. Cross-leg seat out here because there's nobody. We were flying TK54 Istanbul to Singapore. This is a Boeing 777-300 at row 51. The seat beside me was none. There was no seat, which has more space, but the pitch is narrower here. The flight will take about 10 hours from Istanbul to Singapore. Flight TK54 in economy class.
Mechanical Captain Speed Out Kaplan, Ceza Önal, and cabin crew. We expect 10 minutes closer to St. Shutdown will be 10 hours plus level 37,000 feet. Have a nice rest. Thank you.
Pushback was on time and we were taking off. I love the cameras where you can watch the runway in front of you, which makes for very fun to watch takeoff even if you're not at the window seat. TK54 taking off from Istanbul to Singapore. Managed to capture the beautiful lights of Istanbul. Bye-bye. Paper menus were handed out tonight. I'm gonna get chicken with rice. There would be breakfast served before landing too. And after that, they handed out amenity kits. Yes, you get amenity kits on the economy class for this flight from Istanbul to Singapore. And amenity kits are pretty neat, as I will show you now. I got two kits, one for me and one for her. They look pretty neat. Mind you, this is economy class, not business class. You had earplugs, you had a toothbrush and toothpaste and some hand lotion. And along with that, you got bedroom slippers and an eye mask. Pretty neat, Turkish, very well done, and the quality of it felt very good. And the kit bag itself felt very nice and useful, the pouch. It says Mandarina duck. And this was my blanket and my pillow. Very comfortable, very good. In Turkish Airlines colors, of course. Meal service began and this was my meal. Looked awesome. And it came with a choice of wines, and I got a Turkish white wine, an entire single-serve bottle. Yummy. My main was the grilled chicken fillet with rice. It tasted really good. And look at the presentation. I poured the salad out onto my rice and looked like a gourmet meal in the air. Pretty neat. Awesome. Love the taste. The meal service was very efficient since this was a red-eye flight. Many passengers didn't eat, but I did. I was hungry. And I also got some extra water and drinks after the meal, which was awesome. Yes, well done, Turkish. got some decent sleep, about 3 to 4 hours, and the next time I woke up, it was 4 hours and 22 minutes to go. Decided to use the washroom, and this is me walking back to my seat. The toilets are just behind me. I'm really at the back of the aircraft. And the next time I woke up, it was 1.5 hours to go, and this was when they started to serve breakfast. One food trolley started service from the back, so I got my food very quickly indeed. Yay! There was no choice for breakfast, which made it easy for the crew, just hand it out to you. And that's the breakfast before me. It's some scrambled eggs and some cheese and ham toast, some bircher muesli and cheeses with a bun. All very good, very delicious. This is the small cheese bowl, and that's the bircher muesli.
This is your first officer speaking. In about 15 minutes, we will begin our descent to land at Singapore Changi International Airport. And the weather, latest weather information available from Singapore is skies are partly cloudy and temperature is 33 degrees Celsius, and our landing time will be around 20 minutes past 5 p.m. local time. And on behalf of Turkish Airlines and the entire crew, wish you a pleasant flight and landing. Thank you.
As we approach the end of the flight, let me give you my thoughts. Flight TK54 from Istanbul to Singapore. Prior to that, we were on flight TK1910 from Zurich to Istanbul. The Zurich to Istanbul leg was quite badly delayed, but fortunately, we still made it for this flight. This was not to be the case when we flew up to Germany a couple of weeks ago, where we missed the connecting flight. That aside, this leg TK54 was very pleasant. The flight left on time. This was the first time we used 51AB, which is right at the back of the aircraft. We tried it because there were two of us and it was a couple seat. It was nice because I didn't have somebody to my right. However, take note, the seat pitch seemed to be significantly smaller than the other rows, because on the 777, which we flew TK55 a couple of weeks back, the pitch was definitely better, and the pitch on the Airbus A330 is incredibly good. Not so the Airbus A350, which we flew from Zurich to Istanbul. All that said, this flight, the flight itself, was good, pleasant, service was efficient, food was the usual high standard from Turkish Airlines, and even though the plane was almost completely full, which means Turkish Airlines is doing a great business, everything was comfortable because it was red eye. Most passengers slept throughout, so there was not much noise. And with that, thank you very much as you enjoy the views into Singapore. That is the East Coast Park and the lovely cameras showing me as we land. Very neat feature, which I enjoy tremendously. And we have landed from Istanbul. Busy terminal.